We are live. It's loud. Sorry. Just a fucking brutal loss. Um, yeah, it's gonna be hard to do the show. To be quite honest, I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't. It's the last two games you've had this team on the ropes down, and because of your poor fucking play, not able to score. I mean, the last six change minutes, they couldn't get a field goal. Fourth quarter. You're not gonna beat teams like that. I mean, it don't. It was like a carbon copy. It's fucked up. Um, Looked a little different, but not much. I mean, it's the same kind of idea. It's like they take the foot off the gas and then they can't score. And they fell asleep. Porzingis he started off terrible and he played pretty decent. And Horford is just like the way he was shooting. Everything just didn't work. Horford couldn't hit threes. Tatum was absolutely dreadful tonight. I mean, he just sucked. I mean, he had a lot of rebounds. I get it, but he was a shell of himself. And what were the numbers? I mean, they were like 4 of 18, maybe, or where was he? Oh, shit up. Fucking unbelievable, man. Unfucking believable. Yeah. 5 of 19. 1 for 5 from 3. I mean, just, 25%, 36% from the field. I mean, it just right there says everything you need to know. When this team doesn't hit threes and they can't score, obviously. They looked beyond mediocre tonight. I mean, the Knicks did okay. They weren't great. They didn't play great. I didn't think they were, anything exceptional. We were just that bad. Credit to those guys. They just fight. They don't stop. They just keep going. And I despise the Knicks. I don't think they're that impressive. I just think it's just one of those games where they wanted it more, and that's the way it's, I mean, credit to them. I mean, I don't think they'd ever win a title. But the series, they're in big trouble, Celtics. Big fucking trouble. You can't lose both games at home. I mean, this series could be 2-0 either way. You shouldn't have lost either one of these games. I mean, Jaylen Brown played pretty good. Defensively, they had some good stands, and it just was bunnies they were missing, shots that just you knew as soon as they shot them it wasn't going to make. Pritchard was taking crazy fucking threes way out. He hit a couple nice ones, but they just when they were going inside and playing in and driving, they seemed to play much better. But just an awful night. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's hardly hit. I cannot believe we're down 2-0 to this team. Yeah, it's terrible. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is now. I mean, it's Porzingis has whatever this illness is, but he can't play through the full game. The bench now with Hauser out is just seems a lot shorter. And it's just I don't know. I don't know really what else to say about it. I mean, it was just a horrific loss. They were up big. They had them even throughout the game. They had it controlled, and they were up 10, up 11, up 12, and you never felt like they were really winning. It felt like they were getting outplayed then too, and you just saw it coming, and I could not believe it actually happened again, dropping it. It just, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens in New York, but I don't have high faith for this team. I think they're going to lose to the Knicks. I really do. I mean, if you're down 2-0, going back to New York, the best you can hope for is a split, I would think. Come back to Boston down 3-1, and you're I don't know, split, 3-1, right? So you'd be tough. It's gonna be really tough. So yeah, I think they're in big trouble. But just awful, just fucking awful. So, but anyway, back on Kane's corner. I think Brando said he's possibly doing a show tomorrow. Um, see how that goes. Not many shows on the network this week. Not much. I know John took the week off, so Manners was on recently. I don't even remember anymore. Actually, I just can't even think about it. Gotta get the shit out of my head. Sorry. Well, anyway, so congratulations to Coleman. You got your win, up 2-0. Took a crazy cheap shot. I mean, Jesus. I will say, I really did think about going to the wake and the funeral and stuff, but I kind of felt like it was seemed more of a they didn't want too many fans there or whatnot. So yeah, I thought it was the right thing to probably just stick it out. But obviously, Coleman with a kill shot. But what are you gonna do? I got to eat it tonight. I don't have. I wish I could bust his balls tonight, but it's not gonna make sense to me. It's a huge win for them, and yeah, that is fucking brutal. Brutal. Jesus Christ, I still can't believe it. I don't know. I don't even know how I'm gonna even do the show. Be honest, I shouldn't have started so early. Should have let myself compress a little here. Jesus. Anyway, so I know the basketball tryouts are coming up, and I didn't know. I guess I don't know if they're going to let anybody watch it, and there's obviously a ton of people going into the tryouts. Now I did hear Sneakers make a good point. It's like it is going to probably be, it could be some of the best content of the year at this tryout. So I hope they have a good plan going into it for filming and stuff. And I don't know what their exact plan would be, but if there's going to be like 75 to 100 people there, obviously you want to get some good quality film on this. I'll be looking forward to seeing that. Hopefully it gives me more joy than I got tonight after that fucking game. I'm hoping for some more joy, but I'm interested to see how what the plan is going into the tryout. Are they going to make them? How much running are they going to do? Is there going to be some throwing up? I'm sure there will be. Maybe somebody will pass out. Hopefully nobody, goes too far. But it will be interesting to see who comes out on top here. He's obviously smart. Going to announce it on the show, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But I'm gonna root for my guy Brando. I hope he'll get a spot. I don't know though. It seems like there's a lot of people trying out, so it may be some really good players. Which I don't know if that's the kind of the best way to go. Just take the best players. I just wonder what what his criteria is going to boil down to in the end. Obviously, you want to win, so you want to get some good players, but you don't want them to be like, I wouldn't think you want to be anywhere near like college level players or anything. Hopefully, it's just some decent players that like the show. Yeah, I'll make it more fun because you don't want it to be a rout either. And I hope it's close at the end. You don't want it to be like tonight. When the Celtics are up by whatever the fuck 16, 17 points. And they have a guy like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They put all this money into this fucking team. And for some reason, they can't put a fucking bucket in the basket for 7 fucking minutes in the fourth quarter. I mean, it is unbelievable. Unfucking real. That I have to see tweets from Montante and these other guys like, fuck you guys. You know what I mean? Oh, God. That fucking stinks. Stinks. Absolutely sucks that they fucking pull that shit out. I don't give 2 fucks about basketball tryouts. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm trying to do this, trying to go through my script, but I just can't. It's so awful. Oh, fuck. God, I hate losing like that. That is the worst. I just had in my head that it was going to go one way. I thought this series would be quick. I did not envision. Honestly, I couldn't imagine a scenario where they lose 2 games at home. In general, I just didn't think it would happen. Never mind the first 2, back to back, in basically the same way, with Bridges making the final play at the end. It's oh God. All right, trying to get over. It's just unbelievable. I still cannot get over it. But yeah, so I think the basketball will be definitely some excellent content. I'm glad Justin's going, so they should get some great film, and should be good. I thought it was interesting too, which is glad I was glad it's not going to be as good to talk about now. But I felt bad for my guy Brando getting bumped for that 1,000 show, and I was wondering. I'm glad, right? Maybe the end of the last show, or maybe it was the last show. No, probably the show before. Um, he said that he had rebooked him for the next week. So, uh, congratulations, Brando. I thought it was a little rough if they were going to bump you out of there. And I know how much you've wanted to get back on there. So, yeah, I'm glad you made it back on. Oh yeah, the other thing that's been kind of like, I think, obviously it's starting to brew pretty good here, and I wonder where it's going to go. But Kirk and the golf not being put on that, or them kind of making the argument that Kirk's a little too, maybe a little too edgy for the golf tournament they're doing. I think that's going to end up being, it's going to start brewing pretty good pretty soon. I think that's going to really bother him. I know he's kind of hitting at it now. They were going to ask him to commentate, which would have been crazy. Obviously, would never do that, but yeah, it's still that. I just wonder like where that's going to go, because he seems to be it's starting to bother him already with little comments here and there, and we know we've seen things simmer over as it gets closer. How's he gonna take it? I guess like you can't be in everything. I guess it makes sense. But it seems like the golf stuff he really does enjoy to be part of. So keep an eye on that, because I think that's going to be something that ends up being pretty good storyline as you get closer to see how he handles that. So that should be interesting. Looking forward to that. Oh yeah, the 2 third chairs that were just in. I thought I kind of liked Steve's show. I thought he was okay. It's a tough spot. I guess it's his second time in. So you still, you hadn't been in for a while, so you get in there, you get your bearings under you. But I thought his game was pretty good. I thought he talked when he needed to talk. I didn't think it was anything. It wasn't anything spectacular, but I think he fit pretty good, and he seemed like a really nice guy. Another guy who, I know it's shocking to believe, but another guy that really loves the show. You could just see it. He seemed to really enjoy being in there, and nothing out of the, nothing that stood out or anything, but he did a good job. The other guy though is interesting. Played against sports guy. I know Kirk. See, the thing with, I think that the hard thing is, and I've heard Kirk say this before. Some guys, they come in. He's basically said that the microphone's in front of you. Go at it, have a great show. But it's definitely a double-edged sword, because we've heard him say that, and then it goes the other way, where he'll be like, "Oh, this guy talked too much." So trying to find that happy medium is definitely tough. But he was, yeah. I guess he said he was like an asshole. I don't know if I really took him that way. I think he did talk a ton, but I kind of like him. It's probably because I'm an asshole, so maybe that's more me. But I kind of did enjoy his appearance, so I thought it was a pretty good show. And he did what he had to do in there, and I thought it went well. Obviously, he offered Kirk some golf wear that he did not want, which is kind of a weird move, I guess, to go in and start offering golf wear to him. Like, I don't know, but water. It's better. Yeah, it's gonna be a terrible show. I already know it. I can't stop thinking about anything other than that game. Just brutal. Just unreal. But I thought he did pretty good overall. He definitely likes to talk, which hey, look, you're in there, you gotta go for it. And I think he's taking a little more of a beating than he should have from Kirk. I thought he did pretty well. So we also got that 1,000th episode coming up. That should be very interesting. I know there's been kind of like debate on who should be on the show. Me personally, I think it's probably just be the regular guys, just maybe the mainstays. Blind Mike, Kirk, and the two producers probably would be what I would say. And I guess if you're going to add mud in, I guess you do it. But me personally, I think, those guys right there do it. And I do think it's going to be interesting to see what they prepare for it. I mean, they really haven't gotten any direction on it, but you have to be proactive with this stuff, and we'll see what they wrangle up. I'm hoping for an excellent showing from the producers for this. Should be awesome. I am actually very curious to where they're going to do the show. So I guess we'll find out. I don't know. I guess he said they couldn't do. I remember him saying before that it's possible they couldn't do a YouTube show there. Might have to be audio. So that's kind of, I don't know. Doesn't help me out. But maybe somebody could kind of figure that out. But I don't think we're gonna figure it out to the day of. To be honest. What else we got here? Oh yeah. Yeah, my friend's texting me now too. Yes, I know. It's unbelievable. Crazy. Oh yeah, I know what it was. The dozen is coming down here to the wire. I do enjoy that show. I kind of agree with Kirk though in that in the playoffs, Korner might be a liability. Seems like somebody that might fail in the end. I don't know. He does give you that feeling. He might choke up at the end, but I will say this team's a lot better than I thought they would be. I think they will find a way to. I don't know if they're gonna win it, but they're gonna be definitely in the mix in the end. And maybe Clemmer, maybe he'll be a liability, but I'm gonna believe in Clemmer this time. I think he's gonna find a way, and he's had some had some winning ways. He won with the Magic. Now he's doing the other one. It doesn't seem to be picking up as much the New Hampshire Granite, but I think he'll do a good job in the game. And good job for the team and pull them somewhere. I don't think he'll be the reason they lose. I got confidence in Clemmer. I think he'll be all right. And then, I think I don't know. Let me see what's going on in the chat. That's where we are today because this show is not going well. I really don't care about anything else other than what just happened, to be honest. But that's on me. Comments. Let's see. Not much. Just a bunch of Donna Jewel beating up on people. Oh, John and Warren. God damn it. Oh, unbelievable. Just, I mean, even my son's a big Warriors fan, so he hates the Celtics. He's having a good time tonight. He's joined the Jack Colemans and the Montantes of the world, celebrating this wonderful loss for the fucking Celtics. He's having a good time. Freddie, how you doing? It's a sad show. It's a sad show. Oh, man. Thanks, Don. I like you, buddy. Don does not like me. No cold waters tonight, niggas. No thanks, buddy. None tonight. I wish I had some, though. That's how I'm feeling. Yeah, I definitely wish. Brandon's a prick. He's not a prick. Come on, Don. Brando's a good guy. He's a good guy. He just doesn't like you that much, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. But he's actually a very good guy. Tomorrow he's got he's doing a show. Maybe not. We'll see. I won't be able to produce, so he'll have a special producer tomorrow. Special guest. Probably don't know who it is. He may or may not run the network. So That's where we're at. We got John's show. We got me, Menners, and Brando. So we're on fire. Freddy 6. I don't know who is this guy. Who is this guy? Let's see. Kirk will never take someone both spots with people that aren't connected to the show at all. I agree with that. I just don't want it to go out of control where it's like, we're getting these like ringers. Nobody wants ringers. It's almost better if they. I know Kirk, he's definitely going to want to win, but it is kind of better if it's people we kind of know. I mean, you got some liabilities out there. Let's be honest. I mean, Pat Ford right now does not care about the show. He is engulfed in spaces, which has been, that's another thing you could talk about for an hour. How bad those have been. Those are terrible. I know. In Pat is like, he's like the king of spaces now. He has a huge bracket out right now. Who's the craziest? I don't know if it's the craziest person or whatnot. He had some very nice things to say about me. I appreciated it. I think he might have said something to the effect that I'm one of the worst people in the world. Something like that. I don't know. Let me see if I can pull it up. I did enjoy it. All right, let's see. Oh, already the round 2 matchups, huh? Shit. I don't know. It's too hard to find. All right, here we go. Interesting. He puts a lot of work into the spaces, but he probably should, just put some of that work and be more of a fan of the show. He's good. He's just it's nuts. Where are you, buddy? Where are you? Here we go. He said, I'm one of the worst people to ever live. Just a horrible guy from top to bottom. Jesus. Oh, boy. Thanks, Pat. All right. What do we got? Brando. Let's see what Brando has to say. This is where we're going tonight. Brando. Don, you're a weirdo. Stay in the shadows like the rest of the people who just trash others. I agree. I think Don was gone for a while, and a lot calmer. I didn't see him that much. It's enjoyable. He seems to be back on fire again, so I'm glad everything's good. Actually, I'm happy everything's okay. Because it was a little weird when he wasn't around. David Baptiste Bazdita, right? Bazdita. Kane is starting to make sense after a few beers, 2 shots, and enjoy. Funny. It's not funny. Let's see. I didn't block you. I don't think so. I see you now. Yeah, I must have unblocked you. Maybe. Who knows, Don? I don't go searching you out. So if I see that I blocked you, I see you in. I haven't seen you in spaces. I don't know. Maybe you're under a different account. I hope you're doing well. Jackson made it through the bracket. Well, wrong guy. Sorry. Get you after. Go through the bracket. Oh, all right. Let's take a look. You want to go through the bracket? We'll do it for Pat. We'll do it for, Pat. Who Kirk keeps saying he's going to die soon. I don't know about that. I think Pat could be one of those sneaky guys that pulls out a great game. That basketball game is something I'm really looking forward to. I will definitely be there for that. So Pat, Spaces Insanity bracket. Good, interesting. All right, let's see what he says. As we all know, Spaces fever is sweeping the nation. After working with my internal cabinet and team, have created a bracket to determine who the craziest person in the Spaces world. Voting starts tonight via polls. All right. Let's take a look at the first round. Let's do it. It's actually hard to fucking. What is going on here? I get that my ears. No, Jackson, you fucked me up trying to figure this out. Now I have to do it. All right, here we go. So Trent is number 1 and Darren's 32. So I'm figuring Darren is the least craziest. So he has Trent as the number 1 seed. Jesus, really? I don't know if he's that crazy. The number 2 seed is NKB. NK. Who the fuck is NKB? Jackson, NKB, buddy. Who is this? Don't know who that is. Number 3. Number 3 seed, definitely Jake. Jake, that's a good number 3. I would actually argue Jake is number 1. I mean, he is the craziest motherfucker you've ever seen. And I don't know if I like Jake or not, but he's definitely nuts. NKB is crazy, but I don't know who it is. Is that their actual? It's just NKB. I don't think I've ever seen this person. Brando is 4. Really? I don't know about this. I think like crazy. I don't know. I'm insane. I don't know about that. I don't know if he's that. MMLL 5. Now she's nuts. She also always, every time I go in space, she boots me out. So some people probably enjoy that. But she is absolutely crazy. And when she's running a space, get ready, because if she doesn't like you, you're not talking long, and she's just gonna fucking run right over you. All right, 6, me. All right, I'll take that. 7, Freddie Lynn. That's a great seed. I know that these have already passed, like some of these matches, but Freddie Lynn is a crazy bastard. 7 is a great seed for Freddie. Let's see. 8, Pat Ford. Puts himself in here. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's that. I don't know. Luke is. I think Luke is more crazy than Pat. He's the 9 seed. I don't think there's really much upsets here. Let's take a look at some of the winners and losers. All right. So Trent beat Darren. Jackson knocked off Menners. Wow. The classic 16-17 matchup. If you were going to say who's the biggest asshole, I think Jackson would have knocked off Manners too, for sure. Luke McKay knocked off Manny from Providence. Pat knocked off Fax. That should have been more of a landslide. Fax is pretty fucking normal. It was only 70-30 slide. That's not great. beat up Don the Jeweler. That's fair. Wagon 12 beat BA. Yep. Montante 13. It's a good seed. Montante, he's a bit nuts, but a nice guy. That's what Pat said about him. Brando beat Memes. Drew Band came in with a lot of fucking votes. Amazing. I think he helped himself out there. 50-50 him and Jake. Wow. Crazy. What else? Bradley Stein against KMS water plant guy. Seen him around, not too much. Big Dick O'Malley beat up on Fez. Fez is a crazy person, though. Big Dick just yells a lot. Fez is actually like diabolical crazy. Like he makes up fake accounts and pretends that people talk to it, and you know he's a mass gambling girl. That's who this guy is. He's nuts. How is he a 22? Pat, you're struggling, man. You don't have to just do it just for people to like you. All right, NKB. All right, he's a racist guy. That's what somebody told me. Quinlan 10 beat up on. I don't know who that is. Cum slut? No clue. Roscoe. I think him and Pat don't get along, maybe, but I don't know if he's that. I don't think he's crazy at all. I think he should be on the list. NKB beat Nurse Kim. Nurse Kim was ranked 31. She's kind of a psycho. I like her, but I wouldn't say she's at that high. So great job, Pat. I know you're really locked into spaces. It's been nice to. I like stuff like this. You're very creative, You should use your powers for good, So these boring fucking spaces, but good job, Pat. All right, what else? Not too much else. Back to the notes. Anything else to talk about? I got some other stuff, but I'm not going to bring it up here. Not really. Well, I will say I thought it was very interesting today. If I'm going to talk about anything from the show, about things, but that Justin's favorite character was Apollonia. How you say it? The 16-year-old girl that shows her breasts. I just thought that was. How do you watch that movie and that's your favorite character? There's so many great characters. I can't believe like that's the route he went, but I don't think they made a big enough deal about it. It is pretty funny. The girl, I mean, it is nuts. Like I mean, shame on Al Pacino. Like, not for nothing. The guy was 31 at the time. A different time, I guess, but Jesus. Yeah, that was pretty funny. He got that retweet from the movie guy, I don't know, was it a retweet or whatever it was? That was pretty funny. That was definitely funny. And I was gonna say the pasta. He did put butter on it. I've seen that before. Sometimes people do like a chicken parm, and they'll make like a white pasta sauce, like an Alfredo type sauce for the pasta, and put the chicken on top. But it looks pretty dry. So, but he said it was butter. But yeah, it was pretty funny. That was was his favorite character. I was kind of, I don't know. I've seen the movie a bunch of times. The first time we watched it, we had a substitute. I remember I was in high school. I don't think I was a senior at the time. We had a substitute, maybe not a senior. I couldn't have been a senior. Maybe it was like a sophomore. We had a substitute English teacher, and for a whole, I guess it was a whole quarter, we watched The Godfather in 25-minute class increments or whatever that, till the movie was done. And he actually broke down all the characters and explained the whole movie. I kind of understood what Justin was saying today, though. When the first time you watch it, all the characters don't look alike, but there's a lot of names and a lot of things to put together. It's not a very simple movie to follow. Once you see it and you watch it a bunch of times, you can put that all together. But it can be a little confusing for sure. There's a lot going on in that movie. But yeah, we watched it in English class, which was crazy. The guy just like, we're gonna watch The Godfather. I was like, holy shit, and we did for a whole quarter. It was fun. No, I don't think he's a slime ball. I think he thought she was 18. That's what I'm gonna go with. That's what we have to believe. We can't believe that he thought maybe she was 16. That is fucking crazy. I just can't even like. Even Kirk said it was a different time. It wasn't that different. It was the 70s. I mean, she's a minor. Oh man, that's crazy. No, I don't think he's a slime ball. I'll just say that. All right. I think I'm gonna get out of here now, but an awful loss. What else there to say? Nothing. I really should have took the show off, to be quite honest, because I really fucking I can't believe this. But I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, I know it is weird, Jackson. I know. Listen, I agree with you. I can't believe that'd be your favorite character. I mean, I understand why. It's not, you know, out of control why it would be, but I just yeah. I mean, as a man, like that's not the first character that comes to my mind. I was shocked when you said it. I almost forgot that woman was in the movie. So yeah, I'm thinking like Sonny or Fredo, like any Michael's first wife. That was funny. OKC is very good. They're great, but they lost their first game too. But the Celtics, they're not going to win it this year. It's just not. It doesn't look like unless they start going. They start just nailing shots, which could happen. They just start going lights out and going crazy. But as it looks right now, I don't see it. So, unfortunately, this is how the show's going to end. So I'll see you guys. Good night.